Does the list.
Hey everybody.
Hi everybody.
Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. And lest we have forgotten, it's Super Tarot Love Month.
Indeed.
Which...
So there's a lot of pink.
There's a lot of pink and red and sunny.
He's red. Or ginger.
And stuff. And my little baby squishmallows.
Hi, Libra.
And our bunny filled with
candy.
Candy.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's candy corn.
Hi, Kara.
And yes, it's a normal flavored candy corn. You'd think they could have made cinnamon or something hot for Valentine's Day now. Come on.
I am not impressed.
I know. Neither am I in a way. But they're here. All right. Well, so to get with the show, I've got to write the list. And so Mr. O is going to tell you about some up-and-coming exciting stuff, such as...
Well, I have a better idea, actually, because I brought my Universal Love Oracle set, so maybe I could do the opening.
But I was going to do the Psychic Tarot of the Heart today.
Always shunted to the
Universal
back.
Love Oracle, is that the Carmen Salerno one? The one I gave you?
It would be an act of love for me to do it.
Those are very short. I'll tell you what, maybe we could offer 2 today as a Valentine's preview treat.
Well, what do you want me to talk about, dear?
Well, I'll tell you what. You can talk about the up-and-coming stuff. What are we doing later tonight, Mr. O?
Well, tonight, after the show, we will be filming for our Saturday presentation of our prediction of the Super Bowl. That's what we do every Super Tarot Love Month, or Super Love Tarot Month.
Well, Super Bowl month, too.
But, because they're in the same month, so we do them together. And so, those who have seen our prediction before know that out of the last 4 years, we were right 3 times?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That is
75%
correct.
accuracy.
We hope to continue. And I put a little teaser out on Twitter about it, and I found a GIF. It happened to be Travis Kelce's picture, but I am not choosing sides. I have no, if the Lions were there, it'd be tough, but they're not, and so I am not choosing sides in this battle.
Is Mercury retrograde?
No, it is not.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out why we have 2 people doing the list. That's sort of redundant.
Because I count and I keep count and I look at these later and I do compare some things actually. Who's coming, who's not.
Who's falling asleep waiting?
I think I'm ready though. I have everybody together. Also, I have exciting news. New decks are coming. New decks are coming.
When are new decks not coming?
These were pre-ordered long ago, Mr. O. I haven't bought any in a while, but I've been eyeballing a couple things out there, though. I will tell you that. In all honesty. Okay. So anyway, Mr. O, why don't you start with your Oracle deck?
Indeed, why don't I?
Mm-hmm. And I brought the Psychic Tarot of the Heart because it's not a true tarot, There it is.
I
It's
occasionally
Mr.
use
O.
this on the emotional exchanges as an opening or closing affirmation.
Mr. O saw me bringing out all my love stuff today.
Would you like to pick the card?
I would be happy to, and I will let you do likewise. Because these are only read upright, I believe. I'll double check that. That may not be true. No, they are upright. Okay. Let's see. That one. Ooh. So sexy.
Yeah, totally.
It's blessings.
Blessings.
I thought you would, Violet. It's beautiful. It is. And, you know, we got that special deck, and I'm very careful with how we use that one. It's got our names on it, got our astrological signs. It was made custom, so very careful with that.
Ahem.
Yes.
Blessings. Your acts of kindness have not gone unnoticed. The angels thank you for the kindness you have shown to others recently. They wish to bestow their eternal love and blessings upon you. Close your eyes for a moment and know you are being showered with angelic light. Know that the universe is watching. Acts of kindness never go unnoticed. And of course, that's very true. Like I said, I like to use this deck for an affirmation from my emotional exchanges because I believe that the spirit here is all about the potential for love and for engendering fond feelings.
May I add something?
You may.
You know, in this world today, when it seems like the bullies reign supreme, you know, acts of kindness are far, far greater, you know, than what we're seeing out there now. Always, you know there are greater rewards for acts of kindness than it is to be pushing your weight around. That's all.
All right, thank you for that.
All right.
And now for number 2.
What do you got?
Clarity of belief. It says 1.
Oh.
So is it like the magician
it's in the
or something?
blue, right?
Yes, it's blue.
Okay. It happens to be violet border, indigo. Okay, it's swords. Its clarity of belief is the Ace of Swords. Of course. Silly us. Now I gotta find it in here, and here it is. The keywords are define, communicate, beliefs, and transformation. Great potential is around you to define who you really are at this time in your life and to determine what your beliefs are regarding love and commitment. Discard any outdated ideas about how a relationship should function and what the proper roles should be. Decide what you need and what you're willing to give. Different relationships will require different strategies for success. You need to be flexible and open-minded. Bring a breath of fresh air to your way of thinking about love and partnerships. When you have gained clarity, gently communicate this to other people with whom you're in a relationship. Explain how you would like to see the relationship change or grow, and exchange ideas on how each of you might alter your behavior to make this happen. Act upon your new insights and transform your relationships. I hope you heard that over that paper clutter there. You know, this Ace of Swords is really a cool card for love and romance. We need to communicate with our partner what our expectations are, what our hopes are, what our dreams are, and open the dialogue so that they can share theirs.
So it's an Ace of Swords.
Yes. And it was interesting because it also said, if you were listening, I know you were for part of it, but to discern what relationships really mean to you, and to think outside the box on relationships and expectations in regards to relationships.
It's a kind of penetrating card for a relationship thing.
Mr. O. Very funny. And speaking of penetrating, I couldn't find my erotic tarot. It's not really that sexy looking, but it is a love tarot, and I wanted to use it during this season, but it seemed to have lost it. And the odd thing about it is, it's in this tall box. So I'm like, how could I have misplaced that?
So let's get started with V's question, which is, how will things go between my Leo and I going to visit with him tomorrow for a week? Oh, nice.
That's very nice.
Did you want to use a deck?
I'm going to let you go first.
Alrighty. Well, since there's a relationship idea behind this or whatever, I'm going to use my Final Rose Tarot, which is sort of romantic in tone.
Okay. Anyway, the reason the psychic or the tarot from the heart is an oracle is because it has no court cards. 0 court cards. I'm going to be using that as kind of a talking point in my presentation on court cards.
All right, so card 1 is the Two of Mirrors. That's the Two of Pentacles, and it says 2 on 1 at the bottom as a possible.
2 of Mirrors, and it's what again? Oh, mirrors are swords.
Pentacles. Oh, I'm sorry, they're swords.
I know it, 'cause
it's
they
2 of Swords. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I believe this is Strength. Opening up number 8.
Okay.
Of course, it could be Justice. Maybe I should look that one up.
Maybe you should.
Okay, so this is a Pentacles. It's the 3 of Pentacles reversed. I'll have to go.
And I'll get the Lenormand while he's looking that up. So we
Well,
got
why don't you just
we
start-
do know we have the 2 of Swords upright. We have the 3 of Pentacles reversed. And we have in the middle the question mark. I sort of do want to wait because I know this is important to you. You're spending time together. And it's interesting. It does sound like you may have some things you'll need to work out with one another. I don't think it's bad necessarily. I want to see what the middle card is, and we'll know where to go from here.
I was right. It is Strength.
It's Strength upright?
Because Justice is called the hot seat.
Ah.
Number 11.
So it's Strength upright. And so I like that. I think here, this is a time for you both to really, step back from expectations, maybe. Step back from, preconceived notions. With that 2 of Swords here, I don't know why, but I'm getting the feeling this is a time for you both to maybe do some reflection. Often this card is kind of like stepping back from the world a bit and, looking things over. And I guess if you really want to know how things are going to go, I think here you need to think about stepping back and really evaluating, it almost fits in with my card in the beginning, I think. In a
Nice,
way.
yes.
Where you should just look at things and determine where you are at, where you hope to go, and what differences you have that maybe you need to work out. And Strength is here. So Strength upright is indicating to me that I think you both are going to take a really good approach to things, to this time you're spending together. This will be a time where you could be gentle with one another and not, pushing anything. I'm hoping that that's the way it's going to go, that it's just going to be a real nice experience.
Well, I like this, and I'm going to go right to the end card there, that reverse 3 of Pentacles, because to me, I say this is an opportunity to try to build or realign, especially when you're trying to work out issues or things between you or parameters between you. And in a way, strength sort of suggests that too, finding where each other's strengths and weaknesses are and figuring out if you accommodate each other or not. So I think this is a period where it's going to go well, but there's going to be a sense maybe at first a little bit of a little, sort of concerned stodginess, because you're sort of, thank you, Sonny, you're sort of, in a way it's facing off, but mostly it's facing off to find where you really do cooperate with each other.
Well, and of course I had to just kind of rain on this parade with these Love Lenormand cards. Hey, Gina, we definitely have an oracle or two.
Yeah, or two. So the first card was the snake, and it's followed by the clouds. Did you want to weigh in first?
Well, yes, I guess since I drew them, it's on me.
Well, I'm not sure, but it looks like the darker ones are facing the snake.
That would be correct. And so what I think here is don't be afraid, though, in, your discussions with one another, because, that Three of Cups or Pentacles there, there may be some things that need to be worked out with you. I think have you been with this person before, right?
It's the Leo.
Yeah, the Leo. And so I'm thinking here that the clouds are here to say, hey, sometimes you have to explore some of the dark corners, in order to allay your fears and doubts that you may have, about a relationship. So don't be afraid to explore that. I'm just thinking. And, the snake could say, if there was any sense of somebody feeling betrayed or hurt by the other, some of that air needs to be cleared.
I think that's what's saying too, is because this is like another go around, and so the idea is that maybe there are some edges, shields up, the Two of Swords, but you're agreeing to kind of, get there. And as far as Leo goes, most tarot strength cards show a lion, and the idea is that Leo to some degree resonates towards that card of strength. So this could also be saying that maybe the ball is slightly more in their court in some respects, because maybe this just says that it's more incumbent on them to kind of initiate certain things, initiate the dialogue. Maybe this could be saying that too, is that if that doesn't happen right away, you'll have to decide what your strategy is, if that's appropriate for bringing out, some of those things that may need to be talked about. Hey, Victoria.
That's what we have for you. I think, I think overall is good. And it's healthy to discuss differences as well, and see where you can once again, work together on resolving any lingering issues that there may be between the two of you. So good luck.
Good luck with that.
Well, they can be, Victoria. It is Super Tarot Love Month, but so we are focusing, we're not focusing. You can ask whatever question you want at the show.
And we'll tell you whatever answer we want. Mice!
Yeah. Mice.
That's all you need to know.
Look,
Mice.
I've got the love deck, but there's still mice in here, okay?
But they're really cute mice, and they're kind of like, hardy mice. Heart.
But I have, he has an Oracle of the Heart. I also have the Psychic Tarot of the Heart Oracle, which is a tarot without court cards. And then I have the Mystic Unicorn.
That's mine,
I also
Gina.
have the Tao Oracle today. For anybody who wants an Oracle reading, Chinese New Year is here as well. I didn't want to ignore that. So I also brought out the Tao Oracle. Okay.
All right, so Estelle is next, and that'll be your deck. And Estelle says, is Alabek watching me on social networks media? A lot of people add me as friends on social media and say it's him.
I'm thinking of using that deck for her, Violet. I also have my unicorn deck. So
it's going to be...
I'm thinking, okay, is watching on social media. Okay. And interestingly enough, even though I have some love decks, I also have my dragon deck because of Chinese New Year, is Year of the Dragon. All right. So I don't know if I want to do a yes, no. Should we do a yes, no?
Not sure.
Let's do 3 cards and just see what
Yeah,
we
we
get.
could do that.
Hey, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Oh, you absolutely from the Dragon deck. The Dragon Tarot? Okay, we can do that, absolutely.
So tomorrow is Friday, and therefore the Oberon's outlook on the emotional exchanges. And I'm excited to tell you that I'm doing something a little different. I've cut the affirmations for now, and what I'm doing is I'm doing a poll in addition to the regular reading with the vice versa tarot. And this is a generic kind of thing like yes or no, what are the 2 sides of a situation? More on that in a minute because I see her chomping at the bit here.
No, go on. You want to finish it?
No.
Or you got a lot more.
No, I don't.
It's the King of Swords, upright.
It's just great how you can cut me off so easily.
I did not. You
No.
cut yourself off. It's the Nine of Wands, upright. And it's the Chariot reversed. Well, that is a mixed bag. I may have to do a yes-no. What do you got for the Lenormand, though? That could maybe sink it for me. Oh.
The Rider and the Mice. Yes, the mice have shown up.
Well, I'm getting the feeling that Alabek might not be doing that. I don't know why. I think here when I see the Chariot reversed, I kind of think that's like he's not engaging. He's not doing it. I know he's not engaging with you, but I don't know if he's necessarily watching you. I think he's preparing for something else in his life right now with that Nine of Wands there. And with the King of Swords there, I just feel like Alabek is, maybe above that kind of behavior, I'm hoping. I don't know, but I'm thinking that. What do you think?
I'm not totally sure because I don't feel there's any really good indicators that say yes to that. And when I look at the Chariot reversed, Asel, I sort of feel like there is something else going on for them that's not connected to that. It doesn't feel like it's that. It just is maybe some kind of coincidence, I honestly feel that way.
I mean, I see what he's saying about the ambiguity here. I do feel the Chariot could indicate no, that he has really stopped, looking towards you. It's full stop. But then I see these other 2 cards, and I'm just wondering, the King of Swords just indicates to me that, he is more about dialogue and talking to people, really being more upfront than doing anything like sneaking around. I don't see that with that King of Swords.
There's something else going on, and it almost feels like he's got something else going on that makes him draw a line in a way and focus his energies on those choices or decisions. And it may be that
Well, let's look at the Mice and the Rider, for example.
He's going towards something else.
Because the Rider can also, be about messages and communication. I don't usually look at it, Asel, as being the internet, but in this question, I suppose I could. And what I would suggest is that with the Mice there, it's like the Mice is all about lack and loss. And so, if anything, I think that this is adding to the Chariot, saying if he's doing this very rarely, very sparingly. He's not like constantly checking up on what you're doing, at least from what I'm seeing. But we could confirm this with a quick yes, no.
Yeah, we'll do that real quick then.
Yeah, because there's a little bit of doubt here, I'll say. Maybe I should have done it to
Your
begin
deck?
with. Yeah.
Hi, Mama Teresa.
Hey, Mama T. I got him. Sonny, hey, I gotta move you. No. Stop it. Oh my gosh, he's just gonna get here. Put these two out for me. Just these piles. Get them away from him. Thank you. That's the Hierophant. What is that one?
This one?
The Universe reversed. And that one is?
Three of Pentacles
Okay.
reversed.
Okay, I mean, there's a little bit of wiggle room that it's possible. The Ace of Cups is here, but it's leaning towards no, Asal, which is kind of what I thought. The Three of Pentacles reversed could just indicate again, we see there's just seems to be a disconnect, I think here. Like people who used to be together, work together, are not getting along or are apart. And, with the Universe reversed, I would say this. Maybe I will say there may be some unfinished business between you, which could indicate to me again, I said earlier that maybe he's checking in once in a while, but he may feel there is something that hasn't been said or done, or maybe he's looking out for you to see if you're doing well. Maybe he has a guilty conscience in that regard and wants to see that you're doing well.
It's just possible, I suppose, that maybe, you're just sort of feeling that he might be.
She thinks other people are too, but...
Okay. I guess I didn't understand that part of it exactly, but I sort of feel like this really indicates that maybe, like Banshee said, there's maybe minimal of that every once in a while, just a little curiosity. It doesn't really seem to mean anything greater than that.
Right. I don't think it changes much of anything. So, and I know you weren't asking that, but I just thought I'd say that. That's what I'd see for you. I'm sorry I'm pushing Sonny around. He can be really pesty, but honestly, trying to work around these three cats and get my projects done has been very hard lately. They have been very needy. All right. Not that I'm ignoring them. I'm trying not to. I'm giving them so much attention. Aaliyah is up. All right. Okay. You're welcome, Mama T, and we will definitely get to you in that question. All right. Oh yeah, I did have one. Aaliyah's question.
So,
Really?
so you did file a complaint, and then you were more or less treated, rudely, and you're basically wondering if there's any karma in store on this.
For who in particular? I guess the company, or...
I'm going to use my Buffy Vampire Slayer tarot.
Well, that's really interesting, Aaliyah. I don't know what to say. I guess they're trying to tell you to mind your own business. Is that it?
That's what it sounds like.
Well, they ought to be really, whatever the case may be. I know you said they argue a lot and it's nasty. They ought to be careful. Things could go south on them.
Okay, so is karma coming? Well, our first one is the Knight of Cups. It's upright. And then it's followed by the Hermit.
Also upright?
Also upright. And then our reversed card is the reversed Seven of Pentacles.
Well, it's an odd card for karma. It doesn't look like it's coming.
Well, something's going to change though, right? Seven of Pentacles
but
reversed.
Let's take a look at this.
Okay, so the Garden and the Cross. Big hmms. See, the Knight of Cups does represent movement, and it seems to be favorable or seems to be going towards a better emotional status of some sort. But then you have the Hermit, which could be saying, like, maybe this is saying, they will pull back, or maybe you will pull back, or the company will pull back.
Somebody's withdrawing. That's when I think I see the Hermit there, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody is pulling back. So whether that's you now because they made you do it, or whether that's, this couple trying to settle down. Get the hint? Settle down, Sonny. I don't know. I tend to think that somebody is going to pull back. And the Knight of Cups is more favorable. But what does this mean? Does this mean to me that maybe you've had to pull back because this company, it's not that they're choosing sides per se, but it's just that they're going to let this couple do what they do. They're going to just let them move in the direction they are. The company is probably just interested in getting the money, collecting the rent.
Well,
they want the apartment filled.
I see the idea that maybe this could be saying they're going to play nice. Maybe they're going to be somewhat
responsive,
reconciliatory. But I don't know that means that's enough really to solve the problem. Because I think maybe they have a different idea in store here, which might be that they might try to have a new set of rules for all tenants in the apartment, that kind of thing, or they might try to say these are new standards. But I think they're moving into a new direction of some sort.
That is a good point, though, because, we have the Night Sex movement, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. That's kind of a movement card in that they need to get back to work on something. They need to maybe look into this more. But I have this feeling that they're withdrawing. Well, yeah, I don't know. But then again, are they going to be responsive or find out about that unless somebody tells them? The police may not inform them. You might. And even then, I don't know. Some landlords are really not good. They're not good at responding to things like this.
But when I look at the Lenormand, I almost wonder if maybe public opinion to some degree being challenged or being shown the reality, the cross, could indicate that maybe they could get some bad publicity or some disfavors. I don't know if there's any way they can be put on Yelp or those basic places where you rate, a landlord or a business or whatever. I get the feeling that public opinion may change, or opinion about them may change.
I totally like what he said there with the Lenormand, because I was kind of going that way.
Okay.
Because the cross is about long-term grief and issues, and the Garden is like in the social sphere. And so I feel like they're probably creating bigger problems for themselves. So all I can say is if they're allowing this to play out the way it's playing out, there may definitely be some ramifications in the future that might not bode well for them.
It might be good for you to hang back for a little while and see how things turn out. I'm thinking within a moon phase or so, within the next couple of weeks, you may notice a change, or we should talk about it again.
I don't know. You may want to retreat. Like, I'm wondering if that Hermit card is for you. You've done what you could,
Yeah.
and it's clear the landlord has drew their line in the sand. So until something changes, like if you have to go to the police or, something else happens where, the couple calls the police and there's a big problem, well, then there's that. But, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes it gets to the point where you won't get a good response and you have to move or leave, or you have to just live with it. And I don't wish that on anybody, but some landlords are not very good at handling issues like this, and I'm kind of feeling that here. So I wish you luck with that. I think there could be some long-term karma if they don't really, take a closer look at this. Yeah, good luck with that.
So I see Pixie and Dr. Victor have joined us.
Hey, Dr. V.
Hi, guys. Welcome back, Dr. Victor.
I know, it's been a while. All right. And so we are on Lena. She wants a spirit reading for finances for the next 5 months.
That would be nice, eh? If they go bankrupt, yeah.
All right. I'll use my Pulp Tarot.
Did you want this one too?
Maybe. Did it blend right in?
No, I saw it right away.
No. Oh, you. I'm moving him again. And look at that. He nearly...
This we can watch our happy hour at 10 o'clock its normal time.
Where I promise I'll be happier about Sunny.
We will both be happier. And of course, Banshee's Material Matters at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings. Thank you.
Just stay right there. I don't want to be mean to you. You just stay right there.
So Violet says we're at 16 people and 4 slots left. That's unusual for Thursday in a way.
Yeah, we're getting busy today. And he did it again. You stay here. Here, stay. I'm going to have to move my computer between us, I think.
Didn't you get enough attention today?
My gosh. I'm telling you.
He's not going to listen to you because he doesn't listen to us.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we have. The Eight of Pentacles is reversed. Ten of Cups is upright. Oh, wow, interesting cards. So it's a spirit reading for your finances, not necessarily your career, but it's interesting a lot of career cards have come up here.
Yeah, that kind of
And there's
pertains more
that Three of
towards that.
Pentacles again, eh? It's coming up a bit.
Coffin. And fish.
Oh,
I know. I wasn't sure if it's backwards or not.
well, I don't know. I think you really ought to guard your finances for a while. I don't want to say your job is going to disappear, but some good financial wealth may, some of your financial concerns may shift and change. I want to talk about that coffin and fish right away. That's what I'm doing here, Lena. It just seems as though some good financial times are coming to an end. It could be a number of things. It could be just things, in your country where the economics have changed, the cost of food has gone up, or different things have gone up, and, you're having a harder time, making ends meet. Things aren't flowing as freely as they used to. So plan ahead. Just plan ahead and you save some money in reserve. I'll stop there. I guess I went there first. You don't have to.
I'm not gonna. I often find that the Eight of Pentacles reversed or otherwise and the Three of Pentacles reversed or otherwise often come up in the same readings or a lot of times. So it's kind of interesting. And
but isn't it interesting also to see that with the Ten of Cups?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because it feels like maybe somebody's got your back even if you don't realize who that is, or somehow having the realization that having supportive love or good feeling between people you live with or people you associate with, etc., will offset some of the bad financial things that could be happening. This may just be saying really that maybe there's a slowness in your career or in your industry. Maybe there's something that is kind of, and it could be a realistic danger that could develop. But this could be saying too that maybe attention to that detail will start to improve it over that time period. So I'm wondering about that, and maybe that's why, contentment happens, because it's kind of like you stave off a challenge. And maybe, I'm not sure if that's what I see there with the Lenormand.
Well, like I said with the Lenormand, with what I mentioned, that money is going to tighten up. I think here maybe the Eight of Pentacles is here to say don't drop the ball on your financial well-being. Pay attention to things right now. Focus your attention on your money and finances so that you can keep up with it and ensure you have enough going forward. And look at your savings right now. Are you able to save and put some money away for the future, or are you spending it all as soon as you get it? This is what you have to look at here and try to tighten up. And I think you have support out there from others who might be able to help you manage your finances and resources so you can maximize, savings or dividends if you did stocks or something similar to that in the months ahead. So look to others for help and support. Also, I think if it comes down to it and you really run short of money because of the coffin and the fish here, I think there's plenty of support out there for you. If you need a loan, if you need, something, I think you'll be able to find it.
Yes. When I'm looking at those, it seems like a downturn may be more likely than not, maybe inevitable. But it seems like either you're going to be prepared for that and also have the support you need for that. It's the kind of thing that it affects maybe enough people to where, there's safety nets that will be called upon to help out with everybody.
So, Lena, I just stuck with finances on this one. So, maybe on Sunday, if you come back for a reading, you might want to ask how your career is doing in the next 5 months, and we'll see if the problem lies there. I stuck specifically with finances. I'm not sure necessarily anything's I can tell career-wise from this. I mean, we had the Eight of Pentacles reversed, but the bottom line is the other cards were so positive that I'm not really sure it means there's a problem with your career per se. So good luck with that.
Hi, Divine Universe.
Hey, Divine U.
No, it's not close, but it's close.
Yeah, we're getting real close, Divine. Got crowded today. All right, so we are on Shirley. Will my boss get fired soon? He's really judgmental and picks on me a lot of various matters. Uh-oh.
I want to use my I
Uh-oh.
want to do a yes or no for that.
Okay, all right.
All right. And I'm going to use the Moon Baby Tarot.
Wow, Shirley, that's just not right. They should get fired for that.
You're welcome. Figures, eh?
Wow. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Well, how long has he been there? Maybe it won't be that easy to fire him. Huh. I thought for sure you'd get a yes on this.
Yeah, I did too.
Especially with my Lenormand.
However,
Oh, we will. Okay, well, it's leaning towards no. It's not a definite no.
I'm thinking he's going to get some sort of
Reprimand or
reprimand, and I think the reprimand is more for the other people around. It's maybe a wink to him from management.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Well, they'll want people to think or
they're getting
feel
tough.
that you're getting reprimanded, but they won't really care about that. Probably is what I'm feeling. And I say that because with the Seven of Wands reversed, I think it's just saying they don't care really. It's sort of like it doesn't matter. This isn't a fight. They want to engage with the idea that they're being bad to potential customers or whatever it is.
What's that second card? The first
That
card?
one?
The first card?
That's another 7. It's the 7 of Cups reversed. So it's 2 7s reversed.
Well, Shirley, I'm not so sure I can agree with Mr. O. It's leaning towards no, but I do think that maybe somebody above him or whatever is surveying their options and going to make a decision one way or another. That's why the 7 of Cups is here. But I do lay down, seriously. But I do think here with the 7 of Wands reversed, it's also showing that his behavior is putting him at a disadvantage. He may not realize this, but it is putting him at a real disadvantage. Now let's take a look at the Lenormand.
I guess you're right about that. I guess you're right. Okay, so there's the letter in Lenormand and the ship.
The Lenormand almost makes it sound like he's moving on because of this email he sent out. Because there's the letter, which is a communication, and there's the ship movement. So it could also mean that maybe some move will be made with him. It's possible he won't get fired, but could he be moved into some other position, somewhere else? I won't rule that out as a possibility either here. So I will say it's leaning towards no. But maybe the company is looking at other options or alternatives.
Or they at least want to have this sense of a shake-up of some sort just to put a little fear into them. Maybe they don't really have a good plan beyond, getting rid of him, so they're willing to try to get him to conform in certain ways. But I agree with Banshee, too, on this. All right.
That's what we have for you. Wow. Good luck with that. You have to keep us posted, Shirley.
Yeah, I want to know
See
that
if
one.
anything comes of this.
Okay, so Diksha is up. That's true. Maybe he won't be.
Maybe. Honestly, I don't know. So the cards are a little uncertain, but leaning towards, this behavior is problematic, and it could catch up with him. Because that 6 of, that 7 of Wands reversed really made me feel that.
You might want to ask this in a week or two if nothing has happened, because sometimes management takes a while to do certain things. I have personal experience with that, which I don't really want to get into, but something that took nearly 2 months to come due for me, and it wasn't a good thing. But that's how long it took them to decide that they wanted to make that change, to do that thing.
Hi, Diksha.
Hi, and we have your question. So your question is future spouse traits. When will you get married? Okay.
All right. Do you want to do
Your 2 and 2, the one or the one where we're looking for certain cards.
Yeah, I think the one where we're looking for certain cards. Is it my deck or yours? It's mine, right?
It's yours.
All right, I guess for a love reading.
Good luck. Yeah, we see that, Violet. Thanks.
Use. Where the heck did I put it?
I don't know.
I'm looking for my. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. There it is. My mermaid deck. I have other love decks, but I want to use the mermaid deck. It's kind of watery and lovey in a way. All right. So let's look at. How did we do this before? It's been a while since we did this reading. I know we picked a court card first, and then we picked a regular card, or did we pick the major? The major
and then the last card was just the next one.
Yeah,
after
where
that
things.
one.
Yeah. Okay.
And what did that mean, though?
I don't think it's outcome. It's more like more factors involved in the
environment or
relationship.
tone.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's try it though. Okay. All right, Violet. Oh. My first card, the Page of Cups. Looks
Okay, so the
young.
Page of Cups. So it's possible that the person could be younger than you, or that they feel like they're very young, childlike in certain respects, but they have the trait maybe of being idealistic. They may seem like they're romantic in mind, like, everything in life brings on romantic feelings to them. They love the sky, they love the flowers, they love the birds. So they're a very loving person. They seem young, but they also seem curious too.
Well, that's youth. Youth are curious. They look at the world in a different way, than somebody who is more seasoned and street smart, let's say. So, but this is their mindset. It's not necessarily that they are younger than you, but let's just say, Diksha, they could be. And they could be a water sign. They could be somebody who's
Cancer,
got a lot of
Pisces,
water
Scorpio,
elements
right.
in their chart. They could be idealistic. They're dreamers. They're always coming up with new ideas and new goals and new adventures. They like new things. And it's things that really, inspire them, or, they get passionate about it. Sometimes they can be a little bit, how should I say this? They could be a little bit over imaginative, so they may have their head sometimes too much in the clouds. But another element to this person is this person could be very, very in tune with you. There's an intuitive quality to the Page of Cups. So it's almost as if you guys could connect on a deeper level.
Another thing that isn't maybe very possible, but could be possible, is that they may be mystically minded. They may think about things like astrology or tarot cards or philosophy in certain respects, the mystery of life.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's move on. So now let's look at the theme in this relationship. I hope it's good. Oh, it's the Fool reversed. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've got things to say here. I would say, because this is like your future spouse, right? So I think here what it's saying is, again, remember I spoke to you about, how they're always wanting new things, new adventures. They like to do different things. They imagine a lot. Well, with the Fool reversed here, the relationship, what this could mean is that they may have difficulty staying, I think, in a job for a long period of time. They'll want to switch a lot. I think also that, they may try, they may appear reckless sometimes because they try things without thinking about it first and what could happen. So, I mean, you might have to be a modifying influence here in trying to just get them to, be more practical about their pursuits.
The expression I was going to use is happy-go-lucky.
Okay.
They may find that sometimes things that are more serious that they should pay attention to, keeping their bills in order, picking up somebody on time, they forget things. They don't mean to be bad, but sometimes they just sort of get overwhelmed in their moment, their idealistic curiosity perhaps, and so they sort of are not as responsible. And like Banshee says, maybe this is more where you're going to have to come in depending on how true this love is.
Right. You may have to pick up some pieces here and there. Let's say they quit a job without having another job. There just could be some difficulties here where, keeping them practical. And, but they're going to be really romantic and so good on so many other levels. There are always trade-offs in relationships.
I think that's true, but at the Lenormand level...
Wait, we're not done yet, though.
Oh, you put them aside, so I thought you were.
No.
Plus you were pulling those ones out.
Oh, look at this. Look what the next card is.
The next card is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles shows like strong family support. So this might be the kind of thing that if you have families who would be involved, they would be supportive, or the family that you are now entering or creating together would be incredibly powerful, supportive, protective, financially good.
I feel you will raise children together. That's, I think, evident here. There's legacy being spoken of here. And so I think both your family ties are going to be very, very important to you. And also, again, this just looks like, there will be stability in this relationship over time. I love that. Except he's got something here to say about that, I guess.
The mountain.
Ah.
But the heart is influencing the mountain. And so it will say to me is that your life won't be super easy, but you're going to really love the challenges and the work together. You're going to love climbing that mountain together.
True love is a mountain worth climbing, is the best way I can say this, is that this is a love that is worth facing, it sounds to me like the two of you will face challenges together. Clearly, I spoke about what some of them might be, but I think you will be up for the challenges. I think that, you will work together on them, which is wonderful.
Thank you, Gina.
Hey, thank you, Gina. We'll get to you someday. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to use the Tao Oracle for you. Chinese New Year and all. All right. I'm going to look at timing. Let's see if we can come up with something for you that's reasonable with these cards. I never know. All right.
So these are our timing cards, Diksha, and they may give us some sort of idea.
I doubt it.
Okay. Well, that's very hopeful. Within 5 days and 1 month. So obviously that's probably, unless there's some part of the show you haven't told us.
Romance that...
Is there something you haven't mentioned?
That culminates in marriage. I honestly...
Are they on the other line?
I honestly believe here what this might be saying, though, is it's possible, that maybe this person already, and it's possible they may make overtures to you, or you may meet this person, even if it's not... How do I want to say this? Even if it doesn't amount to anything, like let's say it's somebody you see in the store all the what?
Have we described your ex?
I don't know if it's an X.
I'm not feeling that vibe.
I'm not sure I get that vibe. But if that relates to your ex, if you feel that there, I mean, I suppose it's possible. I can't rule that out. We were just looking at future partner here, so.
Right, that's how we took it.
But 1 month to 5 days to me is this. You may meet this person. Maybe it is your ex or somebody you already know. You may meet this person within a month to 2 months from now.
He's a water sign.
Oh, wow. Interesting. But there's many water signs out there, so, but it is interesting. And so what I would say to you is nothing may come of this. They may just enter your sphere somehow. And eventually something will bring you together. I can't give you a clear idea from these cards actually when this is going to happen. But I have a feeling that you could meet this person and even not know that this is the one sometime within the next month or two. That's
Wouldn't it
my
be fun?
feeling. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Diksha.
Keep us posted.
Yeah.
But of course, like I said, you may not know because this still may take some time to unfold in your life.
All right.
And we're on Anthony.
You're welcome.
The person I've been, oh yeah.
All right. Oh, that's going to be my deck, right?
Well, I don't know that we should do 3 cards on this, 2 and 2 on this one.
Should I just do the yes or no?
Well, but is it
yes
platonic
or no is a fail-safe?
Do you want to ask if it's platonic or something more? How do you want to couch your yes/no?
Yeah, I'll ask it that way. Is the dinner date more of a platonic thing?
Okay, yeah, do that.
Right.
Okay. I leave it in your hands.
And I am doing it as a yes or no.
I know.
All right. No, that's fine. It's mostly how we want to interpret it. Your question was fine, actually, Anthony.
Oh yeah, no problem. No problem. It's just how we approach it. Hey, we're library people. We're used to figuring out people's questions and what they want.
Exactly. She's the one.
And of course, if they ask us where the bathroom is, we know what they're asking for. We get that question a lot in libraries.
Oh, wow, that one pulled out right on the last one.
Really? Ooh.
I just need to check my counting. Actually, just the first few because I wasn't sure. The aces are not so clearly aced in this particular deck. Who knew? However,
Says ace on top.
okay, so there's an ace there. There's no ace there. There's no ace there. So the answer is leaning towards no. But the question I asked was, is the dinner date going to be about a platonic thing, or is it a platonic idea? So the answer is leaning towards no.
So what are the 2 cards again?
The 2 cards are, that's the High Priestess. The Advisor, the High Priestess, and it's upright. And the 8 of Cups and it says self-elimination. But it's a pretty card. I don't know in this context it's bad.
Is the Eight of Cups upright or reversed?
It's upright. So my interpretation is that maybe it isn't about the platonic.
Wait a minute.
Okay. The cross. Damn you. Sorry.
We got a new bad card. Of course, the cross has always been a bad card. But
The lilies.
forget the mice. We're getting the cross too much today.
So, to some degree, this is a gut instinct thing for you, Anthony.
That's
the
right.
idea that maybe, what you sense will probably be accurate. It's not really going to be about a platonic thing or only slightly, like maybe it's probational or conditional. The Eight of Cups says you're moving towards what you want. You're moving towards something that's warm and inviting.
Well, handle this delicately nonetheless, Anthony, because of the Lenormand, I think, here.
True, I didn't get to that.
I love what he said with the High Priestess because that is absolutely true. What is your gut telling you? And I think you're also going to have to be at that dinner to determine, too, the feelings you're getting, the ways you're communicating, the body language, all of that. Pay attention to the signs you are receiving. And with the other card, with the Eight of Cups upright, I think this could elevate to something, if it's not totally apparent that day, it has the potential to elevate. But now let me talk about that elephant in the room here, the cross and the lilies. Because I think like I said, I want you to handle this situation carefully because don't put yourself in a vulnerable position that you might regret. Because that's the cross. There would be long-term regret if you put yourself in a vulnerable position. So truly, use your gut instincts here to ferret out, probably at this dinner, what the intentions are. I wish I could get you more specific than that, but what do you say? What do you say about that?
I like the way you said that, actually, because I feel that, sometimes with certain types of romances, that's what it is. It is really about, either your projection of just the right amount of vulnerability or the fact that maybe you over-projected that.
Right.
And that it didn't work out. So it really is going to be a kind of judgment call.
Yeah. Holy moly, good luck with that, Anthony. I don't think anything necessarily bad will happen, only because I like that Eight of Cups. I do. I think that things could elevate, but just don't put yourself out there prematurely because that could there could be a heartbreak if things aren't what they what you thought they were. But trust me on this. I think your gut is going to let you know. You'll be able to tell by certain signs and things where things are headed.
Hi, thanks, Spawn.
If it ends up being a platonic dinner, you know what? Take it for what it is because I still think there could be a future here, regardless if it remains platonic for a while. So good luck with that.
Yeah, I kind of get that feeling too. You betcha.
All right. Libra. Libra wants to know about her relationship, right?
Yes. Oh,
Yep,
you're so
about
welcome,
current
Anthony.
relationship. Okay.
You know you are.
My reading?
Yes.
All right. My cards?
Your cards.
Here, you draw the cross.
Hope you have a great dinner.
Or the mice or whatever. Yeah, have fun. No pressure. All right. I guess I'm going to use my Lover's Path Tarot.
Aw, thank you, Pixie. Oh, okay, ramen.
I'm trying to be nice to him now, even though he's taking all my space.
Is that the name of the place or the style? Because I know it as just sort of a style, I guess.
Oh, ramen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm hoping Mr. O will take me to Mexican for Valentine's Day. Or thereabouts. I'm having problems shuffling this. Oh, they're kind of stiff.
¿Cómo se dice Valentine's Day en español?
I don't know. Is Angel Rivera here? No.
Okay. I see. That's fine. Yeah, I know. So, how many of those have we done? Maybe we should kind of...
Well, one more. I doubt we'll get it, but if one more person comes.
Okay. But if one more doesn't come by 8:30, no.
Well, what time is it now? It's 8:11. Okay. Let's close the list at 8:15. 8:20. 8:20. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Anthony. I'm sure that's it.
Oh.
San Valentin.
San Valentin. Oh, thank you. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yes, that's the Ten of Swords. Because right after it, I have the...
It's not wands?
I have the Eight of Staves right after it.
Got it. Boy, some of these decks can really be confusing with some of that.
They sure can. Oh my gosh.
The Eight of Wands reversed.
This is really weird, Libra. I'm not sure what to say.
Two of
And the
Cups.
Two of Cups upright.
All right. Ring. Stork.
Wow, this is so
No more babies.
wild.
No more babies.
So I don't even know where to begin here. You know, the Ten of Swords, could it be something in your past with this person in your current relationship? Was there a betrayal or a heartache of some sort? Some pain? Something that's difficult to get over. And it may have or has been causing some inertia, maybe even a lack of communication between the two of you, some difficulties communicating, getting on the same page. But I look at that Two of Cups and there's a lot of love here. There seems to be a lot of love here and harmony. It's almost as if, okay, if you can let the past be the past, or if you can overlook something that maybe you or the other person felt was a betrayal of some sort, I feel like the future's really bright here. You've got the Two of Cups upright, you have the Stork, and you have the Ring, which indicates to me this could be, like, for example, if you have reconciled with someone, if this is somebody you reconciled with, that you're back together with, this could be a new beginning for you of a bigger level of commitment, whether it's marriage or, just being more committed to one another. Go on.
So I agree with that. In fact, to me, that tells me that maybe that Ten of Swords is about the idea that of the past relationship crashed and burned. Maybe it's that person, or maybe it's the lessons learned from that person and or the general vibe there that kind of informs where you are now with this one. But I also feel, too, that maybe it's about trying to build it slower. That's the Eight of Wands reversed. Or that maybe there does feel like there's a sense of fatigue in some respect, either because one realizes that building something from where you're starting at really has a lot of challenges or a lot of pressures or sorts, or it could just be saying that maybe the idea is to kind of do it as a slower movement thing towards that Two of Cups, towards that idea of creating the relationship, firming it up. So I agree with the Lenormand too, the idea that maybe something new about the relationship, either the feelings or what your plans are, inform the commitment, make the idea of committing stronger because you realize you have something you're working with and together.
To me, it just seems like there could be a new level of love and commitment coming.
Okay.
If I combine the Two of Cups with those cards, which I really feel they kind of fit together here. And the other two kind of fit together to me as well. Maybe basically if somebody has had doubts about the other person too, I would say, you or this person has doubts about you, it's time to break free and really communicate with one another about what these issues are and how to go about resolving them, because you have a lot going for you according to what I see here. Good luck with that.
All right.
And we are on Kara.
And I don't know if Kara cares or not, but I did bring my Tarot of the Northern Shadows. I realized that would be 2 in a row for me.
What? Why would it be 2 in a row for you?
Because I just used... Oh, wait, it wouldn't be. You're right. So that's the deck I'm using. I'm sorry. Take that back.
I'll pretend I didn't hear it, Mr. O.
Okay, and the list should be closed then. It's after 8:15.
Okay. Well, I said 8:20, but that's okay.
I heard you say 8:15.
I said 8:20 twice after that. It's okay. It's all good.
Violet, what do you remember?
Hey. Don't worry. Nobody's going to come in 2 minutes.
I got it. Famous last words, right?
In 3 minutes, Violet.
She said 8:15. See, I knew I heard that.
Violet.
Mental competency. Let's take it, Banshee. Come on.
I said 8:20 twice. I did. Maybe you were coughing over it and nobody could hear.
Why didn't Violet hear one of them?
What? Yeah, see?
She says she said 8:20 twice, but you and I both heard 8:15.
She's laughing.
She's being honest.
She knows.
All right, back to Kara. What does Freya have for you? Get away from these
You
bitter
heard
people.
what you wanted to hear, Violet.
All right. Freya has judgment reversed. Ah! And the Six of Wands upright.
Kara has... Okay, Freya.
And the Star reversed.
Were we doing my reading on this or just a regular?
Well...
You laid them out, but it's up to you.
Okay, we can still do it, right?
We could. Good.
Okay, so what does Kara have for you?
Freya.
Freya. What does Kara have for Kara?
Oh my gosh, now he's totally thrown off. All right.
I'm gone. So it's judgment reversed. Freya is saying that you're probably, to her standards, not really finding certain answers or certain depth you need to find at this time. There are things you need to change course on or to embrace at a higher level than you've been doing.
Maybe.
Fine.
Freya may have her concerns, but it might be that, she feels that you should be transforming something in your life, in some area of your life. Whether it's physical appearance, whether it's a healthy body, whatever the case may be, whether it's just a new outlook. Freya thinks something needs to shift and change, and that you are not listening to the call for that. That's what I think is going on here. So why is this important? Why is what you said or what I said important?
Okay, so it's the Six of Wands upright, and it's important because maybe you need to rise to the point where more people understand you, more people see what you're doing, more people can appreciate what you're doing. So this is maybe about bringing attention to yourself. Maybe by doing these things, you invite good company, you invite mentors, or you invite good partners But it's important to do this because it'll bring favorable attention and acclaim to you.
Making some changes, and transforming an area of your life, which is what Freya would like to see happen, could lead you to victory. This is why it's important. It could lead you to success, some success that you had been hoping for, something that you would truly desire, could come to you. It could bring you recognition. Yes, that's a part of this card. And maybe more notice from people who you may want to notice you. But I think even more importantly, you will feel like you've achieved something here, that you've accomplished something. And that's what you will get noticed for.
This will be a hard one. Where will it lead to?
And that's?
The star reversed.
Well, where this is leading right now is to some pessimism, some doubt, it's leading right now for you to question whether you are up to the challenge or that you could ever aspire to the changes that Freya would want for you. I think it's your own self-doubts at play here.
Yes, and I'm going to take a clue or cue from Iduna, the goddess with the golden apples there, and suggest that maybe you feel like it's really an immense project. It'll take so long, it'll take forever, and you don't have Iduna's immortality granting golden apples to help you. Maybe this is what that card says to me, is the idea that you do have a doubt about whether or not you can be successful, maybe given, what you have to work with. And so part of that is assuring yourself you will have the support, or you will be able to find the resources you need. The child. The house.
Oh, so Kara, your home can be your refuge, your sanctuary, but it can also mean other things to me in this type of question as well. I was talking here about, some changes you need, some self-changes you need to make, some self-transformations. Sometimes we get very, very comfortable, in our own skin. And that's like our home is our sanctuary. Our bodies are who we are. That's our sanctuary. We kind of do resist change sometimes because we like being comfortable in our own skin. But sometimes what Freya would like you to do is to step outside that comfort zone little by little and really and really recognize that you could make some modifications and changes that could benefit you. But take it slow. Freya doesn't expect any overnight success here, but she thinks that you need to work on this. And you need to realize that sometimes, and I'm not going to say this is you too, but, like, for example, if it was the home environment, people will just be there and they're avoiding stepping out and looking at the wonder of the world around them and what else is out there. So, it's the same thing, but with yourself here. This is you. Your body is your home. And you need to kind of grow more. You need to grow more and change because, we never stay the same physically. We shouldn't mentally, emotionally, and spiritually either.
It occurs to me that when I'm going to go back to the star reverse there, that this sort of suggests that Freya feels you do need to understand certain levels or certain types of discomfort in your life because those can be the catalyst to slowly move you back out to where these things are happening. So I think that's important too.
Did you eat all your chocolates?
No, I need yours now.
Which one did you like the best?
I like the caramel one the best, and that's why I saved it for the last.
Well, there's two caramels, sea salt and
Okay, well,
creme brulee.
that was my first one.
Okay. Well, anyway,
If it doesn't
I
have salt,
digress.
it's not caramel.
So that's what we have for you. I hope that made some sense, Kara. Good luck with that. And we're on Gina. And
Hi,
I
Gina.
have the deck for Gina.
The Tao.
Yes. Happy Chinese New Year.
Happy Chinese New Year for everyone.
Year of the Dragon.
You're welcome, Kara.
And I love bringing out my Tao Oracle every so often, and I did for Chinese New Year. I've done a few cards from that. As a matter of fact, there will be one coming out for tomorrow using that deck.
Happy Year of the Dragon, that's right.
Okay.
Just to remind everybody, we will be here on Sunday, and of course that's Super Bowl day, right?
Super Bowl day.
So
yeah,
who knows?
I'm going to have to miss some of the afternoon activities. I love to watch commercials. And of course there's the Puppy Bowl and the Kitten Bowl. I'm not sure when they are on. I'm a little going to be busy that day. Yeah, Taoism. Do you want to shuffle Mr. Owen Cut?
Sure.
Right. Boy, he's cooing away here, and I've been ignoring him mercilessly, just so he will settle down. Rooting for the 49ers? I kind of am too, but I do like the quarterback on the Kansas City Chiefs. He's pretty darn good. But I'm not choosing sides. I am not choosing sides. I mean, if the 49ers beat the Lions, I think they should take the Super Bowl. That's my kind of feeling on it. Ooh. It is called development, gradual progress, continuity, slowly but surely, adaptability, and a time-honored approach. Is that number 33? 3-3?
It is. So
3-3, Gina.
A number for ya. 3-3.
All right. Let's see what I can glean from this. Because there's a lot here. Wait, is that right? Is it 3-3? That is not right. I bet you it's 5-3, right?
It's 5-3.
It's 5-3. Sorry. It's 5-3, which is 8, which is a lucky number. There is an old saying that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It is completed a step at a time, too, and it takes both feet to complete the journey. To progress towards a common goal with another requires essentially the same unity of purpose and direction as it does to walk across a room. Creating a wholesome and alive relationship involves two equal but separate parts uniting, and out of that unity, the living entity of their relationship is born. The working dynamics of a relationship can be understood more clearly if you look into how your body works. Consider what happens when you walk. To progress from here to there, your legs and feet alternately support and release, one after another, without thought or deliberate effort. This repetitive movement is not a bother or a bore because it's a no-mind action and it gets you to where you want to go. So it is in strong partnerships. They seem to develop and strengthen when there is a balance and a natural rapport between the two individuals. Without cooperation, respect, mutual attraction, and shared vision, it is likely that you'll stumble when the going gets rough. When two people come together, no matter how strong the initial attraction, there's no way to predict if a sustainable harmony will develop. Only after they've walked the walk together for a while does a relationship develop on its own rhythm. It always takes time to learn the ways of another. The progress of that learning is like a spontaneously unfolding dance that must give space to develop in synchronicity if it's going to be supported to both individuals involved. Whatever your chosen direction is, whether it's with another or alone, it's wise in time of development to keep your attention in the present moment and avoid dreaming about the future. The more you can stay with what is, the less likely it is that you will be thrown off balance by the unexpected. Stumbling, however, inevitably comes with any learning process. Keep your cool in spite of delays or setbacks. There are times when you might be tempted to throw up your hands in disgust and bellow, "I quit." I don't see that with you, Gina. But storming off the dance floor and slamming the door behind you will cut off a vital learning experience before you get into the swing of it. And the biggest loser will be you. Opportunities for developing wisdom usually come through accepting challenges in spite of discomfort or even embarrassment, not by looking for shortcuts or seeking distractions from the task at hand. Here's how it doesn't work. You can hang a sign on the door that says "out of town," not answer the phone, change your look, or move to a different country, but you can't hide from the truth. Life's lessons are all about your willingness to look truth straight in the eye and feel supported rather than fearful of it. And it's really interesting there. I dwelled a lot on relationships, which kind of surprised me. But of course, relationships develop, in time. And this is about development, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a project or goal, whatever the case may be. This is a time to just focus on the now. Not where you want to be, not where you were, but the right now in order to succeed.
I know that these images are similar on a lot of the cards, but when I looked at that, Gina, what I thought was it just reminded me of wheels, and that there's a balance of the wheel, that every spoke, the 8 spokes, the lucky number 8, is really equally distant from each other. And so to me, a lot of this is about the gradual progress it suggests, but that means balance, finding where everything belongs and not extending yourself when you shouldn't, but also trying to challenge yourself when you do need to.
Well, and accept the challenges, because challenges, of course, help us grow. And it will help the development process. No shortcuts, going through and going, what is it? Oh gosh, I can't think of the commercial. Go where it grows. I can't remember. There was a commercial that used a certain tagline. But, let it grow and go with the grow, because there's no shortcuts to this success. Let things develop as they are meant to be. Good luck with that. I hope that made sense.
Victoria's up.
Victoria!
And I think I want to invent a tarot of the mice.
Tarot of the mice for Victoria.
Victoria, thinking about moving to the German hill country. When my lease is up, will I have the funds to do that and buy a house?
Oh, yeah, that's right, you did.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So, nice synchronicity there. I like that. I forgot. But you are right.
Alrighty. So, for Victoria's question, I'm going to use my Ancestral Path Tarot. Tarot of the Ancestral Path.
Did you throw Lenormand on that? You did not.
I don't remember.
No, you didn't. But that's okay. That's okay. I think that message was pretty self-explanatory.
Oops.
Good to see you, Gina. Oh. Now I'm being playful with Sunny.
Okay, so
I got you. I know. We could have had a fire. Whoa.
the Hierophant reversed in the now. That's right. Judgment reversed.
In the now.
And the Seven
I
of
love it.
Pentacles, upright, Seven of Sacred Circles, it calls them. So will you be able to invest fund-wise in a new home in the winter, I'm sorry, not the winter,
The
the
German
Hills?
country.
And it's a good question. Some of this may be involving really out-of-the-box thinking. The Hierophant reverse says maybe you have to approach it differently than you might think, or look at other kinds of creative solutions of some sort. Did you want to? Judgment reversed. I just did them one.
Well, way things, I almost think with Judgment reversed here is this is telling you to weigh things with a critical eye. You know, don't be afraid to look at the pluses and minuses, especially the minuses that might be involved in this. You know, this might not, I wonder too, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on this, you know, but it might not create, how do I want to say this? It might not bring about the transformation maybe in your life that you would hope for. You know, like a positive move forward. It may not be all that. So do look at things with more of a critical eye. What's the middle card?
That's Judgment reversed.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Judgment reversed.
Well, then what's the one on the end? I thought
This one?
No, here.
The Hierophant reversed.
Ah.
That's why I said out-of-the-box thinking.
I see. But I thought when you told me, I was looking at that card, you told me it was Judgment. But either way, I think I'm starting with that card because I feel pulled to Judgment. I feel that, how do I want to say this? With the Hierophant reversed, you really are going to have to make some radical changes, whether it's financial or otherwise, in order to pull this off. You may have to maybe...
Well, it could be about that second job you mentioned. You know,
okay, it could
things
be.
like that.
It could be. But maybe it's also talking about alternative living arrangements too. I'm wondering here if maybe you won't be able to get exactly, you know, the kind of house you'd hope for there, or apartment or whatever. It may not exactly turn out the way, you know. This is not a negative card, but it is saying you may have to make some modifications, I feel, a little bit with your plans. You may have to make some changes. Be willing to do that.
I agree with all that, and so I think that takes us to the Seven of Pentacles, which is upright, and it suggests maybe holding the line to some degree, working on saving, like you're saying there, you know, or finding ways to save. It's really about really building up what you need to have for investment, what you're hoping to invest in. I think this is saying really you need some out-of-box thinking. You possibly need to maybe examine things really dramatically different in some respects. You know, I'm not saying like you're going to start dancing for a living, you know, or something like that.
So that seven's upright, correct?
Yes, it is.
So I think you really do need to give this some careful thought and planning. You have to decide what really is necessary here in order to get this off the ground. Sounds like you're talking second job. You already realize that that's a potential here. And also, you really have to decide if this is worth pursuing. Seven of Pentacles is like the farmer looking at his crops. He's done everything he can, but now is this really going to produce the results he wants? And I think that kind of falls me back to Judgment and, you know, to a lesser degree, maybe the Hierophant reversed in my thinking here is
You're
make sure it's really what you want to do and it's right for you. So let's take a look at the Lenormand because I think there was something here too. And let me think, how did I pull these? Yes, I know how. Here, this was first. It's the Whip.
Whip it good.
And it's the Stork.
Whip that birdie. Okay, don't whip the birdie.
Well, I had an idea in my head when I first saw these and I lost it because I was dwelling on the other cards. But I feel here that this beginning, might have some, getting this off the ground, getting this new beginning off the ground, you may encounter some resistance. That's what I really wanted to say. The whip sometimes can be an aggressive card, and it's just saying there could be some resistance here. In other words, certain things that you were hoping, for aren't panning out the way you had planned, and so, you either have to accept that and go ahead with it anyway, or you have to decide. I think that Seven of Pentacles is the key here, really.
When I look at that whip there, and I'm thinking about this new project, which is what the stork is talking about, I think it also suggests a certain kind of way of looking at being flexible, as in being ready to whip it when you need to. Like sometimes an opportunity arises suddenly, and so this is saying, in addition to some critical thinking about things, some deciding where you really are, building strength at, you have to be ready to rise to the challenges as they come. An opportunity may come to you, and you just need to be ready and able to flex that whip to get it. And by the way, I have one grandparent who was born in Germany and came over here when she was a child. So I am 1/4 German, because she mentioned her German.
Well, I don't know everything yet. We're supposed to be doing this ancestry thing, and I'm hoping Mr. O will do it tomorrow with me. This DNA thing, because our son got us that for our Christmas gift, our daughter-in-law, and so we're going to do the saliva test and check on our ancestry, our roots.
That means you have to get up early, because I'm not going to wait all morning without drinking coffee.
Just bring my package up there and I'll spit in it. You have to literally do it without eating for at least, or brushing your teeth for at least 30 minutes before you take the saliva. So anyway, so that's what we have for you, Victoria. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
The wine country. Hey, I like it. That sounds good to me. All right, we're on Pixie now, right?
No, it's Christine, I think.
Oh, Christine. That's right,
Yes.
Christine.
What do I need to know from
I missed Christine.
the dragon deck?
Yes, one card from the dragon deck. Is that what you said?
Well, she says, what do I need to know?
Yeah. Oh.
Is that like the 3?
What do I need to know from the dragon deck? Okay. Yeah, it's a 3. We can do that.
Coming up soon, Pixie.
Yeah, you are next. Don't worry. After Christine.
Where's the Lenormand?
The Knight of Swords.
Lenormand, please.
Oh, you want that?
Yes, I do. Okay, so are we doing your reading?
Yes, so what do you need to know?
Okay, it's the Knight of Swords.
Well...
There's movement coming. Maybe what you need to know is that a challenge is coming to you, possibly, or an adventure of sorts, something where you kind of take the lead in a way. Maybe you have to be brave.
I think this is a challenge you're willing to accept and, and face, whatever it is. So I don't think, at least until we see the other cards, that it is very bad. I think that, this is a challenge maybe that will, be something that could be an intellectual challenge. It could be something that just, it could also involve movement of some sort.
Right.
I agree.
It could position you for something new to do in your life, whether it's a job or vocation or something else.
It could also be a challenge, it could be a decision is coming your way that you're going to have to make as well. So why is this important? Wow. Sounds important.
Oh. It's the Four of
It's
Wands.
the Four of Wands.
It's building something.
So, right, this could establish a foundation, you know,
Yes.
for you. This could put you on more solid footing, on solid ground in some way. This could bring some pleasure and some sense of accomplishment. I mean, the work isn't done, whatever it is, you're still moving on it, but it just seems as though things are much more stable. and growthful.
Alternatively, it may be that you are going to be part of planning or attending or have some involvement with an event maybe that celebrates the season, celebrates, coupling or graduations or Easters or holidays or things like that.
Something celebratory.
So it could be that that's what this is that maybe you're going to be involved in that in some respects, or you know something about that.
And so where are things headed?
And it's our reversed Three of Swords.
Oh, we had that
So
card
that's
up right
nice.
today for the collective.
That's nice because it seems like maybe something is coming back together, maybe something is healing or repairing, reparative kind of stuff is happening. So this suggests to me that maybe this is about family biz or about friendships that maybe have faltered a little bit, or situations where maybe you need to put some loving care on them and you need to work with those things, and that the payoff really is that maybe it's good for you too as well as for the situation.
There could be a healing in a relationship, more of a bonding and a sense of now wanting to build something together, so to speak. When I see that card there. But this could also be, if this is business related at all, this could be about a move or a decision to accept a job offer maybe, which could put you on more stable, solid financial or better ground. And it could indicate that this is a time of healing and recovery as far as, that goes. But if it's related to love and relationships, it's kind of what I just said.
Well, you know what? I think you called it right the first time, because we have the fish,
Oh.
which could be either, of course, too, but we also have the bear.
Oh.
And these are really
That's financial security.
fortuitous kind of
when
stuff.
When you get those two cards together, because we emphasize a lot of different things with the bear, but the bear, really, one of its main interpretations is about, and I'm sensing this right now because the way the other cards have fallen, is something could empower you financially here and also give you a sense of, better financial security. You feel like you finally will be in a comfortable place. So I don't know. I know at one point you were looking for a job. I don't know if that's still true. If you found something, it looks as though things are really stabilizing here. And that's what it seems like.
Overall, it's a really nice set of cards, and it does suggest foundational building and or strength necessary for that, and with an eye towards good outcomes that either restore balance or restore healing or good feelings, or brings good fortune in certain ways.
Wow, Christine. So good luck with that. I hope it's true.
Good luck.
And I hope
We do
it
hope it's true.
resonated. Good luck. All right, now we are on Pixie. Hey, Pixie.
What message does my spirit guide have for me?
Okay.
All right, and I want to use my Buffy Vampire Slayer Tarot.
Woohoo!
It's very colorful, and I do like it. Even the pips are nice. At first, I thought the pips weren't so great, and then I realized, no, you're not really looking at them. They're actually pretty good. Good stuff. And of course, I was a very big fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer show. It was so my favorite show. Oddly enough, I've hardly ever watched it in reruns for years now. I did the first couple of years after it was over. I would watch some reruns, and then I just kind of moved on. And that's okay. I may revisit again someday. I don't know.
Ah, I see. Uh-huh. Well, I'm telling you, Christine, I'm hoping it's for you. Career, job, something that will better your financial circumstances. It looks really, really positive.
Because the Knight is about movement, and movement could be either direction. This could be something coming to you as opposed to you going to it, or a little bit of both even.
Could be. I would just say keep at it, keep trying, because something is looking like it might click.
Okay, so we're going to do your reading again. What do my spirit guide, message from my spirit guide, right?
Yes.
All right, so what is the message from your spirit guide? What do they have for you? Mm-hmm. And it is the reversed King of Chalices. That's the King of Cups. So the message could be saying that there's two ideas here. One is that maybe there's somebody who you feel normally is a kind person, and maybe you're wondering if something's wrong with them, or that there's influence of something that doesn't seem to be beneficial or benevolent. Somebody who maybe is a hard master, if that was the case, somebody who doesn't ever appreciate your efforts, that kind of situation. So maybe this is them saying, they're not happy for some reason. They want you to be happier even.
It's one of two things. I almost want to see the rest of the cards, but you know what? Let me just throw this out there. So it's one of two things. Your spirit guides want you to try to balance your emotions more, not allow situations or people to get under your skin, to get the better of you. Try to maintain emotional balance and harmony.
I like that.
I think I want to go with that right now.
Yeah, I like that.
But why is this important?
The sun upright.
Wow, because, well, for one thing, it could block you from achieving success. And also, you really don't need this right now, because you should be focused on your success. I really think that's why this is important. And also, instead of allowing other people's dramas and things to upset you, you need to focus on making yourself all that you could be. And that means physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So if you're allowing somebody to manipulate you emotionally and, push those buttons, so to speak, you're not doing the best care for yourself. The sun is a very positive card here. So I'm thinking it's either impinging on your progress or success in some way, or your health and your well-being.
It's important because the sun exemplifies your ability to be absolutely, totally rock solid, the best ever possible. And I take that because the image of the card is a moment in the series where Spike took the ultimate sacrifice to save the world. It was literally in the final season of Buffy. And he achieved something really greater than he even thought he could. And that's what this is saying, is you can achieve something greater than even you think you can, Pixie. But basically, you have to understand what the spirit's message is to you is. So where will this lead to? And it's another court card of the Cups. It's the Page of Cups, who is also reversed. So I'm going to go with the idea here that this is saying your path will still have some possible feelings of doubt, or where you feel you're not seeing the challenge clearly enough. The idea that something should stand out to you as a message or an insight or an intuitive feeling. And so you're going to feel like you really are struggling with that. And I think you have to just remember that it's important for you to have that struggle, because it will bring you closer to that idea.
Well, okay, so back to square one for me. I do want to just reiterate what I said, that basically, don't let others get under your skin. Don't let others bring you down emotionally. Set some boundaries so that they don't overwhelm you with their issues or problems, and you feel like you can't focus on your own life, your own health, your own well-being, your own success. Otherwise, where things are headed is that you're confused. You feel like you're not anchored, within yourself because you're too busy, worrying about other people's stuff, which you should let go of. I just feel here this is like saying you're adrift. It's leaving you adrift. But we do have some Lenormand here.
The key. And the star. And in a way, I'm going to go first. It is sort of what I was saying is that optimism about the future, belief in things being better needs to be the key for you to just keep realizing that you can keep moving ahead, and that even when you have momentary doubts or confusion, you just need to stick with it because it's the optimism that is fueling your movement. It's the key, literally, to you putting one step ahead of you.
So don't let others, if it's a particular person or others in general, rob you of your optimism for the future and rob you of your destiny. We can wrap ourselves up in other people's lives so much in caring for others that we forget about our own destinies here. And I think your spirit guide wants you to be, part of that. If you look at the sun being here and you look at the star being here too, it's a definite sign for me.
And I like what Violet said about, paying attention to synchronicities in your life too. Some of this could be talking about that, the idea that maybe there are certain rhythms or patterns that you may notice over time and that they may reinforce, your better behavior, your understanding of where, hope and trusting in yourself take you.
All right, and we are on Dr.
Victor.
We still got 3 readings to go after Dr. V.
Okay, let's hoof it.
All right. So, my deck. And what is the question? Let's
What's
see.
changing in my career this year and the time?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Pixie.
Oh, okay. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for that.
Good luck to you.
Okay, for Dr. V's reading, I'm going to use the Unfolding Path Tarot. I saw Angel Rivera was using it on Blue Sky, and so I thought, I want to bring that deck out again. I really like that deck.
Don't forget to watch my show Goth Tarot on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Also my emotional exchanges on Fridays at 7 a.m. I use the Vice Versa Tarot to ask that general idea question, should you stay or should you go in a relationship? Is this relationship good for you or is it bad for you? What is the perspectives? See both sides of the issue. Don't forget to watch The Material Matters on Sunday at 10 a.m. We're live in the chat room to help out with the reading.
Yes, it's my lone show.
And then also watch our other show, The Happy Hour. Saturdays at 10 a.m. One card pull for everybody in the chat room, bringing you a divine or uplifting message.
Blueski. Blueski, like a Polish SKI? That's crazy.
Blueski.
But okay. Blueski needs a brewski.
Indeed.
That's what I think. All right.
So once again, Dr. Victor asks, what's changing in my career this year and the time?
Yeah, I'll have to do the time thing. All right, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. We have the Two of Swords reversed. We have the Nine of Wands upright.
And I'm just going to throw the Lenormand real quick
Yes,
then.
please do.
Our first Lenormand is the Mountain,
Oh.
and the second one is the Tower.
Yikes, Dr. V.
Well, the first thing I thought was that maybe the combination of these two cards suggests that you may be moving towards something that you won't like as much, but maybe you have no choice. Maybe you have to take a job you either won't like for certain reasons. Maybe it doesn't pay as much, or maybe it has a different set of hours for you. But somehow you might feel like you're compelled to do it for some reason, or maybe a reason why you have to do it. Maybe it's because it's where you just need to be. It's a line in the sand. So that implies that maybe there are reasons why you're moving to a different job, from a job.
Are you saying that's what's happening? There's a job change? I'm just
Possibly.
asking.
I'm thinking that.
Well, I'm not ruling that out, Dr. V. I would say this to you, and I'm going to be all over the place with this one, but I think I want to start with the Nine of Wands.
Well, actually, I think that it could just say really it's not about liking the current job as much and maybe deciding that things have to change.
Could be. It could be. I like that, but I think with the Nine of Wands, you need to be prepared. Just be prepared for any shifts and changes that come your way. If you're unsatisfied where you are, then it's time to really, I think, start looking. If it's a worry that there might be cutbacks or that you won't make the grade where you're working now and you're worried about being cut, be prepared. Just try to be as prepared as you can for changes. Because I do feel with the Two of Swords here, there is movement. Something is shifting and changing in your career sector. For sure, because of that Two of Swords reversed. And as Mr. O somewhat touched upon here, I have to say that you won't be happy about it. Whatever the move is, whether it's a move they cut people and you have to do more work, or you could be one of the people being cut, or you could be moved into doing somebody else's job and you're not happy about that. Whatever the case may be, there's something that's not going to be really happy. And I feel here there are obstacles at work. You've got the Tower here, which is all about a place of employment, a corporation or company or place of employment, and the mountains. And I feel here that there's going to be some obstacles definitely coming your way that you have to face, some challenges in your present job.
Right, and that's what I feel with the Lenormand as well too, that possibly what's happening with your job is that maybe something about it, either a move or some aspect about it, maybe makes it feel more alone, either physically isolates you or just maybe makes you feel like you're isolated from other people in your workplace or other people that maybe you normally would be interfacing with. And of course that makes things more difficult for you if you feel isolated because you don't necessarily feel you have anyone else to rely upon. So Banshee's now going to see when these changes could be occurring. All right, LB's going to bed.
Good night, LB. They're not very helpful, are they?
Well, it depends. I mean, maybe Dr. V asked because he knows something that he hasn't mentioned. In the next few days, before the holidays. So, of course, the holidays is normally meant the American or Western holidays of Christmas, etc. But it could refer to holidays that you might be more familiar with in your own culture.
So I would say this. I really doubt it's going to be days, but it could be that you get some signs of this. So you have maybe a feeling now of something that's changing and happening. And before the holidays, so, whatever the next holiday span is, it could be that, or my personal feeling is it may be sometime after that holiday and before the next one. I really think that's probably more like the timing I would suspect here. I do think something's going to happen this year, and it may be within, depending on your holidays, within 6 months' time. I really think. I don't think this is going to play out all year.
And you're welcome.
You're welcome, Dr. V. Good luck with that.
All right, so Divine Universe has asked us, hi, Cush's interview went well. Hiring manager liked him, but thinks that Cush will not be comfortable, but is going to talk to him again. What will be the outcome? Okay, that's a fair question. So I am going to use my Moon Baby Tarot once again. I used it earlier.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
We'll do it as 3 cards.
Okay.
What will be the outcome?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the first card is the Queen of Cups reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed. Ooh. And the Knight of Swords reversed. So they're all reversed, and that doesn't sound really great.
Almost seems like the last reading you did with that deck had a lot of reversals. Let's see.
But they weren't all reversed.
So it's the King of Cups reversed?
Queen.
Queen of Cups reversed.
Ace.
Ace of Cups reversed.
Knight of Swords.
I'm sensing here not a positive decision. And maybe it's because maybe they liked him a lot. Maybe they're worried that he just won't be comfortable in that position, or you may be suited for it knowledge-wise, but maybe the position itself just is not. Managers are funny. They decide if you're going to really fit in that position or not, and they have to make determinations on a variety of factors. And to me, again, they're looking at, do they feel that this person will stay, will be happy here, and I'm thinking they're thinking that right now. So anything that Cush could possibly do, like a follow-up letter to just say, how interested they are, and maybe give some examples of how they feel they could fit into that position. If it's really important to get that job and they want it bad enough, maybe that's what they need to do. They need to sell them on, yes, I could really fit in here, because I really do feel the hiring manager is leaning that way.
I feel that too. I think that those cups there show that maybe they are looking at the emotional situation of how Cush may fit in with other people in his environment, whether he works directly or not with them. And maybe it's like Banshee says, maybe they don't feel that they'll be happy enough to stay or happy enough to feel like they're worthwhile there. I wanted to mention that I don't normally do this, but a card hopped out. I put it back in and shuffled, but it was Strength reversed, and that could suggest that maybe there's a balance between being representative, like Banshee says, saying, I really enjoyed my interview process, or being too over representative, too forceful. And so Kush may need to figure that out if he can, on just sort of representing but not being too seen as too pushy.
So in other words, the right balance, not to look too like desperate for the job just to get the job.
Right, because to me that King of Swords
Yeah.
could imply that maybe that's the look that he could give, is that he's trying too hard or he's too desperate.
I would say that, the other thing, if they are talking next week, anything he can do to show some real genuine enthusiasm for the work, for that position in particular, might go a long way. Because right now, let's see, I have...
It's the ship. And the moon.
I could look at this two ways, Divine. I could look at this as a success. He could be successfully moving into this position ultimately, because that is a card of success. It's a card of gainful employment. But it is the ship, and it's about movement. And so I can't help but think he might be more successful moving on to something else. So it's kind of hanging me in the balance there. So anything that Kush can do to tip the scales, certainly wouldn't hurt. But as Mr. O said, there's a fine line between looking desperate or pushy and, just stating, how much you'd enjoy working for this company and in that position.
Because you want to be able to make a mark, but you don't want to look like you're really trying too hard. You sort of want it to look as comfortable and as natural as possible. And that's not easy for any of us. Even more seasoned job searchers sometimes struggle with that. So good luck to Kush, and good luck to both
Kush.
of you.
Wishing the best. Hoping it turns out for him. All right. We're at Firespawn.
And Firespawn, if you're here, we need your question right now. Violet has been trying to get it from you, but we did not get it yet. So we're going to give you just a quick moment, and we will mention that we are doing our regular Super Bowl prediction for Super Tarot Love Month. We're going to be filming it after the show, and then we will show it on Saturday night. We will probably talk about it henceforth
I think
through the
it's
day.
got to come out before Saturday night.
Then it'll be Saturday morning or Friday night,
Either
something
Friday
like that.
night or Saturday morning. Yep.
Good luck, Divine.
Good luck, Divine. Good luck, Kush.
And countdown is imminent. So that means we're ready for Mama T.
I think if Firespawn realizes the list is too long, it's possible they don't stay for,
Okay, so
reading.
will hubby's health start improving? I'm going to use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. How do you want to do this? Let's do this a yes or no, and then if it's too vague, maybe throw some other cards?
I think we should do 3 cards.
Okay.
I think we should. You're welcome, Divine. All right,
first card. And we had this before with Kara's reading. Judgment Reversed. Followed by the same card that we had in Kara's reading, the Six of Wands. You saw me riffling those.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the same 2 cards Kara had.
Yeah.
The last card is different. It's the reversed Queen of Swords. Rather than Idunna reversed, it's the Queen of Swords. I don't know. I think Idunna would have been better maybe. But okay, this is Mama T's question. Is Rick's health going to improve?
Well, I think we answered a question earlier about this, and it was very positive.
I know.
This maybe is not so positive, but let's take a look at it. I want to throw these out too.
The Foxy Fox on the Run. And the Anchor.
Okay, so we've got Judgment reversed. I want to see the Six of Rods upright. Not perfect here, what?
Hi, Firespawn.
Oh, you're a little late. You are a little late, but we'll get you in after Mama T. We like to do Mama T's last, and now it's kind of messing it up a little bit here.
Right. Pretty much, Violet wants a format where we can have all the questions so we don't have to wait for people to come back for their question when it's their turn. So in the future, just try to give us your question when asked so that we can have it and the reading will happen one way or the other.
Okay, but are we going to do her?
Yes.
We'll do your question, but after this. Okay. I'll try to explain it to Mama T online. All right. So, Mama T, you know, there's work that needs to be done. There are changes that need to be made. And Rick has to be willing to accept them in order to heal. And, you know, to get better, I think, here. Something in his life has to change. I don't know whether it means that he's going to need some therapy. He needs to move around more. He needs to engage more. He needs to check with more healthcare providers and get more support, because it seems like without some transformation and change, it's kind of stalled. I feel here victory is possible. I believe there are people out there who, you know, healthcare practitioners or whatever, that can help and support Rick on his road to recovery. I think that Six of Wands is the most positive, you know, well, these aren't bad, but that's the most positive card in the tarot here. And it's saying that really there is a support network out there. It has to be tapped in order for Rick to achieve success.
I agree with all of that, but I sort of feel with that reverse Queen of Swords, that card...
I didn't get there yet.
That card could be saying that deep inside or somewhere inside, Rick hasn't totally decided for himself that he believes this, that he believes he will get better. And that's a big part of this, is his own sense of belief. I think that's why judgment is also there too, because it's a belief in your own self. It's not necessarily a belief in a higher power, but if that works for you, that's fine. But I think with the Queen of Swords reversed here, this may be saying that he is closing off some possibilities for himself, just in terms of where he thinks something effective will happen. Like maybe he doubts therapies will help or medicines will help. So he needs to change that attitude.
Well, and I understand too, like, for example, if he is dealing with, you know, some, how do I want to say this, some cloudy mental functioning, you know, where he can't make good decisions for himself, you know, that's where you're going to have to come in and try to do that, you know, for him. And I feel here, if neither of you are satisfied with some of these support that you presently are getting, it's time to seek out better support, because I think it's out there. I think there are people who can help. Also, I think, like I said, the decision-making process involves the both of you now, you know, because it could be that certain things that have happened with Rick, you know, has made him unable to make perfect decisions, really right decisions for himself, and you may have to do it for him.
You know, to some degree, the Queen of Swords may talk to that too, that you might be the person who has to be more decisive here.
And it's tough. And I think, you know, the Queen of Swords reverse, now, Mama T, don't take this wrong, but the Queen of Swords reverse can be a bitch. And when I say that, I'm saying that because sometimes you have to make the hard decisions because somebody's got to make them. And they're not easy, but you have to do what's right, whether, you know, Rick likes it or not. So, do it if you have to.
Right.
Now, what about the Lenormand? Did you touch on that?
I didn't really touch on that. I suppose this is saying really that if there's a turnaround coming around for Rick, it's because basically he does believe to hold on to an idea about this improvement for himself, hold on to the idea that he can succeed in this regard.
I kind of feel here that you need to find stability and security in the people that are treating Rick.
Okay.
You know, and You need to have more people, you need to have better people involved in that process. Again, because when I look at the fox can be about employment, a place of employment. It can also be about smart, crafty, intelligent people. Foxy, foxes are smart. Foxes are sly. They know their stuff. And so you need to make sure, I know that, for some of us options are limited. Like, for example, I can't travel the world to get the best health care for my condition. I have to rely on the most expertise people I can find. And so I think that holds the line for you too, for both of you, is to seek out the best that you can find right now, that you can afford, that you can find, and keep seeking out help, because it's better to try than to let things go. Now, I don't think anything good will come of not doing something about the problem and not consulting with others. So good luck with that.
All right.
All right. We are on Firespawn. What you got, Firespawn?
Is the Pisces planning to slide in my DMS? I guess that means show up there, right?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's your deck.
That is my deck. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to bring out the For Hexa Tarot, MJ Coolinane's deck. I'm getting a couple of decks from MJ this week I'm anxiously waiting for. Actually, 3 of them. It'll be a new Lenormand, one of them.
I know what DMS is. I just didn't know what slide in meant. Like, does it mean slide in?
Sneak in, slide in,
yes.
just kind of, yeah.
You young people and your slang.
Oh, jeez. I don't think that's so young, a slang.
Right, because you're in most other ways culturally incompetent.
Whoa! Talk about dropping the hammer.
Well, you expect me to know what you're talking about.
Talk about
I
dropping
expect
the
you to know
hammer,
what I'm
old
talking
man.
about. You expect me to know what you're talking about. I expect you to know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm just going to slide right past that. Is that okay?
If the camera goes off and the sound goes off, something's sliding, but you might not like that.
Ooh.
Dang, Mr. O.
I'm telling you. The
I get
things
no
I
respect.
put up with a Scorpio.
What I have to put up with. Really? I know that.
Well, it's a 7 of fire.
Oh.
7 of wands.
So
Upright.
cool looking. It's very cool looking. I like this card.
It's the ace of air. Upright.
Oh, that one's even better.
My. It's the 3 of fire. Upright. We didn't do a yes-no on this, and this was a really good idea for a yes-no question. I want to see what you get with the Lenormand, but I think I have an answer here, absolutely.
Well, when I suggest a yes or no for what seems like an obvious yes or no, you say no.
I know. No, I know.
And you say, I know too much.
Yes and no.
I know, you know.
Maybe.
And here's the clover and the heart.
I don't know what to say about this situation, Firespawn. I would say it's likely yes, that they could slide into your DMs. And the reason I'm saying that is the 7 of, well, it's not so much the 7 of fire. That's the 7 of wands. And I would just be prepared to, it depends how you feel about this person, to stand your ground or set some boundaries.
But couldn't that be about them standing their ground? Because the question was asked about that person.
If they're going to slide into your DMs. And so I'm saying yes. So if they are, you need to set some boundaries if that's necessary, or to and if it is about them, it's about maybe them feeling well, they want to have the upper hand in some ways, so they may just slide in and sneak and take a look. I was going to say that, but I really wanted to say the thing about the potential for setting some boundaries here if needs be. The Ace of Air is what really set my brain afire here. You got 2 fire cards, but it's because the Ace of Air could be about communication with me, the beginning of a communication. So in other words, sliding into your DMs is a possibility.
Right. To me, this stands more for them that they sort of feel like they're in control of the situation, as in whether they choose to slide in or not. The Ace of Swords does sound like the beginning of an insertion, It's the Ace of Swords, so it's the beginning of an insertion. So,
and what about that 3 of Wands? Isn't that like a strategy? Like they have a goal in mind.
Yeah.
Here.
So this seems to be the plan, and it's aided and abetted by the fact that they believe they'll be lucky.
They could get lucky.
They could get lucky. It is Valentine's Day month.
The heart and, that they... I don't know how they feel this way if they're just sliding in, but they do feel like they could get lucky, or that this could prove fortuitous, or that maybe if they time things right, things could work out for them. And I don't know, there looks to be a little bit of a romantic...
Yes, you did say that, Violet. But it was too good to not say again.
Looks to be a little romantic overtone here, to me.
So I hope that works for you, Firespawn. But it looks like maybe it's true.
Wow, well, we'll have to see what happens here. This is very interesting. I mean, if this is what you truly want, I think that maybe something could come of this.
Violet's a good card reader in her own right, and a lot of times we do kind of find, some consensus in our
and sometimes we all don't agree. But we just throw some, because the cards can mean many different things. And so, you go with what your gut is telling you.
You're welcome.
And, I just went with what I see there. Good luck with that. Wow.
All right. Well, this one's for you.
Okay, so should we do my reading for that?
Maybe.
Are you using a deck or is
No, it's your deck.
I thought I just used 4 hexa.
Okay, fine. I'm going to use the Moon Baby, because I know you like that one.
Hey, you're welcome, Firespawn.
Card the first. The Sun. All hail the Sun King. Card the second. The 8 of Swords. Card the third. The reversed Page of Swords.
Did I ever get the Lenormand back from you? Where is it?
Well, I think he thinks you did pretty well, with the Sun there. There may be a feeling that something else still needs to be let go, or something else is still kind of holding you back a little bit. But overall, that Sun card says, like 90 to 95% of what needed to happen happened. So it may be that what is still held back or sort of limiting you could be more of an illusion, could be the sense that you only feel this is holding you back, what's remaining there. And what that is, well, maybe that could be about the Page of Swords. Maybe that could be the sense that you sort of feel you don't feel totally comfortable or graceful with how you do things. You sort of feel like maybe this is just, your temperament more than actual feelings, thoughts, core stuff, that maybe your temperament is a little bit quick and abrupt sometimes. And so maybe, that is related to a patience factor that maybe they didn't think got addressed with the soul retrieval.
Well, so you just don't know what you need to work on next, after your soul retrieval healing, what you need to do work on at this point. And,
Patience.
we sort of did in my way, right? What does the angel say? Why is that important? You didn't
I just
do it
threw them
that
out
way.
there. No.
Well, and you know what? I don't think I want to do it that way either, frankly. And I'll explain why when in time. I think it makes more sense for me to say this as a continuing story here. I feel here that what you need to work on now is how to shine your light. How to trust yourself enough to shine your light. That's what it is. Now your soul is retrieved. Everything, you've got your fragments. You've got the jaguar spirit with you. Now it's time to free yourself, because that's what this card is about. Free yourself to shine your light and become more comfortable with communicating your messages to others.
Oh my God. Bam.
You betcha.
You don't need me. I'm going to quit.
I just wanted him to go on and on and on. And here,
Like you do?
look what you got. Another sun.
Sun cover sun. A great museum. Look what you got. Okay, it's a house.
It's time to be comfortable with who you are. There it is, your home, your body, your spirit. It's time to be comfortable with all of that and illuminate the world, and achieve the goals you want for yourself. It's time. I think that's all that's left, really. I feel that.
Come out.
Come on down.
Come on down.
You're the next contestant on The Soul Retrieval is Right. No, The Price is Right. So anyway, that's I just a real cut and dry story here today. If that was a different page, I might have said things differently, but the Page of Swords, it's right there. It's about communicating. It's about communicating and trusting and being eloquent and not second guessing yourself. Just go with it, just go with it.
All right.
That's it. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. All right. Wow. Woo. Hey, we're done. It's only a half hour late.
And we only have more filming to do.
And we got filming to do. But that's okay, because I don't have to get up and go anywhere tomorrow. Do you? Oh.
I still have to get my Emotional Exchanges, the show that goes out tomorrow morning, done.
Oh.
More later.
Anyway. Well, I got
You're
stuff
welcome.
to do. I have many things to do.
Right.
So.
Maybe they'll be done so that I don't have to stay up super late waiting for them to be done.
Oh my gosh. It just never ends. Anyway, but the show does. And we are at the end of our show. Want to thank everybody today. Great questions, great readings. Hope you enjoyed them and got something out of them. And hope you enjoy our silly, sometimes not so silly banter.
Watch the Emotional Exchanges tomorrow. Watch Happy Hour on Saturday.
Watch my show, my only show, on Sunday.
Don't forget to watch our prediction on Friday night or maybe Sunday morning for the Super Bowl.
Mr. O will definitely have a lot of input on football. I guarantee it.
They made a home run! Yay!
He's great for color commentary. All right. Well, anyway, thanks, everybody. Stay safe, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.